Greetings, everyone. How y'all doing today? Today is Thursday, which is the day that Jupiter rules. Jupiter is currently retrograde in Gemini. I wanted to come in today just to talk about, how since we're moving through Pluto, this Pluto ingressing into Aquarius, for the final time, because it has retrograded back and forth for probably about 6 months or so, but now it's officially in Aquarius. And one of the things that I'm already experiencing is the places where I have been hiding and avoiding, consciously or not, are up for review. And because Pluto is the energy of deep transformation, it's the energy of death and sex and rebirth and inheritances, like things that have come from generations into your own experience. That is Pluto. So when Pluto goes into Aquarius, it is saying, let's remove the places that keep you in codependent relationships, the places that keep you not being true to yourself, the places where you are anchored in a shadow experience. And this is why shadow work is so important. Like right now, I am doing one of my shadows happens to be understanding or an experience with money, as like it creates this sort of transactional experience in my life where everything is like, well, what's the transaction? And I'm not saying that we don't live in a world where there needs to be balance. I'm saying that I have this experience inside of myself where money is kind of like the solution for everything. And when I look back in my lineage, having a father who functioned in some ways as a pimp and a mother functioning as a prostitute, that transactional relationship between the two of them is something that lives in me because I'm their child. And I have been running from it my entire life. Like literally, when I was really young and like in my 20s, and if I would meet men who had a lot of money and who wanted to date me or spend time with me, or older men who had power, I could feel it felt transactional to me. And so I would choose relationships where money wasn't at the center. So I thought, because it would turn out that money was at the center. It was just the not having it that was the thing that stood out. So I am currently really delving into my own shadow around how I inherited a narrative, a practice, and behaviors around transactions with humans. It's a really fascinating consideration, because we have assigned this idea of relationship, we've given it like love and romance, and where it doesn't have anything to do with what we really are and who we are and what our value is. It's not about bringing something to the table, like we have been hearing that dialogue. That's not it, because we all bring something to the table. We bring ourselves to the table, and yourself is something that has nothing to do with what you have, but with who you are. And so I am currently just being with, who am I? Who am I at my core? What is my real sense of value, my base, that has nothing to do with external things, that truly is founded upon this internal understanding of my own humanity and the humanity of those that I am in relationship with. So Pluto in Aquarius, Pluto uncovers the shadow. Pluto says, here's what's really going on. Yes, the energetic exchange, exactly. Pluto says, here's what's really happening underneath it. And so, as Pluto has gone into Aquarius, Aquarius is this about authenticity. Aquarius is about your pure self, the God self, the higher self. And if you have behaviors, beliefs, and practices in place that won't allow your higher self to be realized, activated, then that is the shadow. And so let me just say, like, to be really transparent, I am in the most challenging experience emotionally, mentally, and spiritually that I've been in since I was pregnant. And when I was pregnant, I didn't have the information that I have now. So I'm almost redoing something that I didn't even have a real understanding of. And that is to be able to relate to myself from my energetic currency and not based upon what I have, how I look, what people think of me, like really understanding and cultivating my own energetic currency, because that is authenticity. That is the relationship with the higher self. Geneva Marie. It says Geneva Marie wants to join, but I don't know who she is. But I would, if you want to leave me a message telling me what you want to talk about, maybe you want to engage about this, I'm willing to. Money is illusion, or it can be seen as that way. Energy is not. Yes, exactly. And the way we use money in our culture, as we've given it a lot of power. And so I'm looking at where I've given my power to money, where I live in this sort of transactional experience with life, and my mind kind of always is running a story about money, having it, not having it, wanting it. And that is it's totally dissolving. And when I tell you the levels of energy that I'm feeling from releasing, dissolving that outdated idea. I apologize. I was attempting to listen, and it told me to join. Okay, but if you wanted to come in, you could totally. Thank you. No worries. And so, for me, it's money, but everyone has a shadow, and what I'm currently doing is giving myself the permission to sit with the discomfort. How does it feel to source my value from within myself and not based upon what I have and who I'm associated with and, this external world? Creating a sense of value based upon something that is eternal and not based upon something that is finite. That's the shadow that I am currently transmuting. And I'm curious, what shadow are you transmuting? Or even has this shift into Pluto, into Aquarius, has it brought up a shadow for you? What is it bringing up? If you are interested in, getting clear and preparing yourself for the next 20 years, and you want to come book a reading or do some work with me, I'm available, or find someone else. I have lots of people that I can even refer YouTube, if I'm not a fit. But all I know is that the astrology is really highly powerful right now, and it's only going to continue to be so because we're in astrological energy that we've never been in before. So Pluto has moved into Aquarius. Next year, Neptune is going to move into Aries, and Uranus is going to move into Gemini. So we're going to be in a whole new world, a whole new world. And what I'm experiencing is that I have to prepare myself for it. I have to prepare my body, mind, soul, and emotions to hold new energy. And my experience is that it is very, very challenging. And I'm very grateful that I have tools and people and resources in my life to support me. And I hope that you do too, because if you're feeling anything like I'm feeling, when I tell you I'm just breathing, I'm like, okay, let me breathe. I'm back at the spa again today. The last time I did a video, I was at the spa. And I am doing things. I literally am doing things to lean into my discomfort. So I've been doing cold pools, hot saunas, getting myself comfortable with things that are uncomfortable. Good morning. Getting myself comfortable with things that are uncomfortable so that I can strengthen my own energetic system. The collective shadow within the U.S. Think of how it was created. Yes, empowerment, that's right. But I understand not to oppose as it would be. Yes, exactly. To just create the opportunity, how you doing? To hold, to expand around it. To like when I do like the cold plunges, like getting in the water and they burn, like the cold water burns my skin, like, you know, not like fire does, but it's a very uncomfortable experience. And I'm allowing myself to just feel it as much as I can bear it, because it expands my capacity. And there are many ways you can do this, but that's one of the ways that I'm doing it, because the more we become comfortable in our discomfort, the more we heal, the more we transform, the more we grow, the more we evolve, when we become comfortable in the discomfort. All right, you all. The moon is in Leo. We're about to start a new moon cycle tomorrow. The moon will be in Virgo. That is where the magic happens. The moon will be in Virgo. And we're going to start a new moon cycle. And we're going to have a full moon in Gemini. We're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius and a full moon in Gemini in the upcoming new moon cycle. And so if you're interested and you want to know how to use this moon cycle, you can book a reading with me and I'd be happy to support you. We are moving through some powerful energy and some powerful times, you all. So take care of yourself. Like, really prioritize your care. Prioritize your feelings, your emotions, your needs, and call your own name. Don't make anyone else responsible for how you feel. Don't make anyone else responsible for how you think or which. Like, take full responsibility. I tell myself 1,000 times a day, I am the creator of this reality. Everything happening here is my creation. I'm the creator of the United States of America. I'm the creator of Trump. I'm the creator of Biden. I'm the creator of racism. I am the creator of it. And why do I say that? Because I am the person that narrates these ideas in my mind. I narrate them in my mind. So the narrations that I have of these experiences or people in my mind become the impact that I create in my reality. And it took me a long time to be able to really understand that when I, studying the cosmology and how this reality truly works. It took me a really long time to get that there was nothing going on in my world but me. My thoughts, my stories, my feelings, my narratives. And once I got that, it changed everything, because now I'm not calling anybody else's name. It's just me. I'm the one creating the story. I'm the one generating the feelings. I'm the one making the choices based upon the stories and the feelings that I'm generating. I'm doing it. And because we live in an energetic system, everyone in my life is a reflection of me somehow, in one way or another. They're reflecting, because nothing can be in your experience that isn't aligned to your frequency. Everything has an alignment. So once I got that, it was a game changer. So now I'm able to get to other places that I could never even get to, so I'm watching this experience that I'm having with transactions and money, and now I get it. I'm like, oh, I see that. Where before I didn't. Remember once when I was married, my ex-husband said to me when we were married, he said, you're manic around money. When you have it, you're really happy. When you don't have it, you're really sad. And that was because I had that transactional experience. And I used to get off on being able to shop and get things that I wanted because of that transactional energy. Now I take responsibility for it. And rather than allowing it to drag me into behaviors that don't serve me, I am holding it. I'm holding it until it transforms into something that's more evolved. It takes me into another way of being. Sense of ownership we must have. You are in your life's driver's seat. Yes, I love that. I love listening to Rob. It's so amazing. It's so amazing to witness people for who they were and who they're becoming. So we're all in this together. We're all transforming. We're all being given an opportunity. And it has been my natal chart that has really helped me get clear about how I'm really meant to function. It's like, oh, that you're supposed to outgrow that behavior. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to outgrow that? Okay. What does that look like? What does it look like for me to outgrow needing approval from others? What does it look like for me to outgrow seeking outside validation? What does it look like for me to begin to really deeply trust myself, my own intuition, my own knowing? What does it look like for me to stop seeking girlfriends and friends to, prop me up to make me feel like I'm good? What does it look like for me to be able to source within myself my enoughness? What does it look like for me to trust the direction of my higher self with no doubt, with complete certainty? What does it look like for me to know that where I am is exactly where I'm meant to be, even if it looks chaotic, right? This is the work of transforming. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. If you need any support, let me know. Bye-bye.